Hello, my spooky little pickles. If you recognize the makeup, that is because I'm filming straight after a different video because this eyeliner was quite tricky. This eye kept watering, so I thought I may as well use it. So there you go. Yes, I am recycling makeup. I'm ethical. Anyway, so today's video, I thought people seem to like hearing about my personal ghosty stories and about Lenny, apparently. So I thought I'd tell you how I sort of sense the difference between the ghosts I've come across. I'm not going to, the ones in my life, I don't have time for that, but the majority of ones I've come across. I'm very animated today, I don't know why. I've not even had any sugar. Maybe it's the lack of sugar, it's doing something to my brain. I don't know. So, I'm going to start with the bad ones, because of course I am, because that was my first experience. Terrifying. So, ones that I feel are a little bit dark, a little bit malevolent, a little bit not quite so kosher. They have like a heaviness to them. Whether that's you see something, you hear something, for me it's generally feeling, or I'll just get a vibe. There'll be many different things that actually happen for me, but the main thing that affects me the most is the feeling I pick up on, like something isn't right. You know when you walk in a room after someone's had an argument and no one's talking but you can feel the vibes are off? Yeah, it's like that, but in a really heavy way. Like, you start to feel a bit sick. You don't even know why, because nothing specific's happened, but your stomach sort of drops, like when you miss a step on the stairs and your stomach drops, and then that heavy sort of off vibe feeling you get, and you just feel like, oh, something doesn't feel right here, it's not pleasant. When I've been really scared, which hasn't been many, apart from when I was little, that was a lot, but as I got older, there was sort of like this thud in my heart would beat a lot quicker, and I'd just hear this voice in the back of my head, like, you need to get out of this situation. And it wasn't my own voice. Apparently not everyone has their own inner dialogue, which I've just found out, which is wild to me. But I'm not a psycho. Some people do have it, some people don't. I do have an internal dialogue. I wouldn't hear my own voice saying it to me, though. It would be like someone else saying it to me, telling me to, like, get out of this situation, you're not safe. And most of the times, after the fact, I found out when I felt these uneasy, chesty, horrible feelings, when I've left the situation, I have found out usually that something bad has happened, or there's been like an accident, or something broke and fell down and hurt, or could have hurt someone. So I'm like, oh, okay. So that's the negative entities. There are other ones that I don't know if they're bad or good. They're just weird. I guess you could call them watchers, because that is what it feels like, Now, if you have kids, you'll know this one. When you're asleep, your kid wants something, but it's in the middle of the night, so they just stand at the edge of your bed or next to you and stare at you till you wake up. And you wake up because you can feel someone watching you, and it's your fucking toddler. That's what it feels like. And if you don't have kids, if you've ever had the vibe, like if you're in a classroom and you feel like someone's looking at the back of your head and you turn around and they are, that's the vibe. You just feel like you're being watched, like you're being studied. And again, I don't know if it's bad or good, because nothing bad has ever actually happened as far as I'm aware around this feeling. Just, it's a bit uneasy, it's a bit unpleasant. I wouldn't choose to have it, I wouldn't recommend it. If I knew it was going to be somewhere and I could avoid it, I would, because it's just uneasy. Not very nice feeling. Second one, we're getting on to ghosts like Lenny and the tricksters. So that's mostly my experience, to be honest. It's never a bad feeling. You can just feel like someone is there with you. Like, you're not specifically being watched, but you feel like you're not alone. And I don't mean because your kids are home, or your partner's home, or your cat or your dog's home. You just feel like there's someone there, but it's not bad. It's just like, no, you're alright, mate, yeah. I can feel you here, okay. And usually a lot of companies that, as if you are not new to this channel and have listened to any other stories, you will know what I'm about to say. A lot of companies that is usually annoyance, because anyone that knows Lenny knows he likes to steal my stuff and put it in really random places. Don't know why. Or he'll just do really irritating things, like what he started doing right in the minute. I'll be like watching a YouTube video and I'll be cooking, and my phone will be like on the side, on top of my microwave, because yeah, I have a microwave. Some people think they have horrible, what's it called, radiation or whatever. I use a microwave, I don't care. I leave my phone on the microwave. Might explain a lot. But my phone's on the microwave, I'm not touching it. I'm on the other side chopping something, and the video will just change. It'll just change to a different video. And I'm like, why? And it's happened more than once. I will just turn off and go to my home screen. I'm like, why? Why? I don't know. It's a new phone. I've took it to the phone guy as well and I had him check it. Nothing wrong with the phone. Nothing wrong with the apps. There's no bugs. I don't know. I'm just going to blame Lenny. So, sorry if it's not you, Lenny. Funny story. Saw my mum today. I don't think she'll mind me telling you this, but she was like, I think your Lenny followed me home the other day. I was like, oh, I thought it was a bit quiet for the past few days in my house. It's back now, by the way. I think he was just waiting for me to visit to come back home. But apparently, she was sat in bed, chilling out, watching telly. Right, okay, I'm tired. She turns the telly off. Starts just dozing off, laying there. And you can see a light in the back of your eyelids. And you're like, is it because I'm going to sleep? Or someone turned the light on? So she just sits up and looks around and the telly's back on. She's like, oh, that's a bit strange, but maybe it's just, whatever. And it happens again. And apparently that's happened for a few nights. So, sorry, Mum, if my ghost followed you home and just thought it might be fun to tease you a little bit. You seem so entertained. I think he just probably thought you'd enjoy it. So there you go. So yeah, the feeling around them is just not bad, not good. Just there's just someone with you. It's quite nice. Mostly irritating. I did tell the story the other day, but I'll tell it again in case you didn't hear it. So I do have a shadow entity under my stairs, downstairs. I'm not talking about it too much. And I do get scared, yes. I'm a grown woman scared of underneath my stairs. And on this particular night, I was a bit sensitive. And I said, Lenny, come on, help me out, mate. And I actually asked Lenny to accompany me up the stairs because I was feeling a bit scared. And as much of a trickster as he is, I didn't feel quite so alone and scared. So, thank you, Lenny. I do appreciate you, mate. Also, I'm a dizzy bitch. I can do some shit. So now and again, I've left my keys in the door because I've coming in with shopping and there's kids around your ankles, and I've accidentally left my car keys in the door. And I don't live in the best neighbourhood. And amazingly, they've not been stolen because I have my car keys on it. My car's quite an expensive car, so I don't know how they haven't been stolen. And then I've heard a voice in my head like, open your door. And I also hear, you dizzy bitch. I do actually hear that. So I'm like, okay, why do I need to open the door? And my keys are right there. I'm like, oh. So as tricky as Lenny can be, it's nice, really. The other beings I've had encounters with have been lost loved ones, whether that's a close friend or family member that's died. That is really emotional. Bit sad, yeah, but like warm, like a comfort inside, if that makes any sense. Because you're not glad they're gone, but you can feel they're with you, or they've come to say goodbye in a way. And I have got a video further down, like when I first started the channel, talking about an experience just like that. It is really emotional, and it does remind you that that person's gone, and it's sad, but it feels really reassuring and really calm and really nice, and you just sort of feel like you're being held in a really loving way. And I haven't had it too many times, but it's really nice. I think it'd be overwhelming to have it too many times, and I don't know that many dead people, luckily. But yeah. So that's the other experience with ghosts, different entities, paranormal beings, not beings. I did say beings, but I don't think I said it clearly. So yeah, if you have any and you want to share them, feel free. If you want to message me, let me share them. I promise I'll try and do it in a less dizzy bitch way. Let me know. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, evening, whatever it is. I'll speak to you all soon, my haunted little pickles. Bye.